Hi guys, it's Jake here at Canadian Cutting Edge, and today is another Wee Wednesday, and we're taking a look at a Kershaw, the Cinder Model 1025X. Just slightly over 1 inch of a cutting edge. This little knife certainly fits in a Wee Wednesday category. It's a non-scary knife most definitely, and it even happens to be a multi-tool. If you're interested at all in this tiny little knife, stick around and I'll tell you all about it and how to get it for the best price. Stick around. The Cinder is most definitely a wee knife. Well, let's talk about the specs so that we can get that stuff out of the way and I can tell you what I like about this knife an awful lot. By the way, I've added this split ring to it. That does not come with the knife. It's a 1/2 inch split ring, 9 or 10 millimeter. I believe I bought mine at Amazon. You can get these split rings all over the place and they come in very handy on keychains. So let's cover the specs. The tool, closed, 2.6 inches, which is 6.6 millimeters. Open, we've got 4 inches, which is 10.2 centimeters. For the cutting edge, we've got 1 inch and a 1/16. Really good. And that's 2.7 millimeters. We've got a stonewash blade made out of 3CR13 MOV. It's a reasonable steel, certainly for a knife of this size and caliber. It's a reasonable steel. Stonewash, Wharncliffe, sharpener's choil, hollow grind. You can see here it is well, actually I'll do a close-up shot of this. It's a Hinderer Design. There you see the number 1025, made in China. Thumb stud is right side only, simply because of the way it's designed. This is not G10, it's glass-filled nylon, liner lock, cap lifter, bottle opener, whatever you want to call it. That's a neat little tool. Quite the sizable lanyard hole right there. You can fit probably 1100 paracord, not only 550 through there. No problem at all. And I believe it's Torx construction. Yes, definitely the screws are Torx. So it's a very easy knife to maintain. The washers in the pivot are a black, I think they're a black nylon, maybe nylitron. Not sure what the material is. Lockup is solid. There's no blade play up and down, back and forth. Very typical liner lock construction. Stop pin, pivot, liner lock. There's the lockup. I'll do a close-up picture of that as well. Lockup's nice. Exactly where I like to see a brand new knife. Really, really well. I'll remind you how I got mine. I bought mine at Christmas time through a friend in the United States. It was a Kershaw kit on sale at walmart.com. And you could order it online and get it shipped to your local store. And you would get this knife, which doesn't have a name on it. Clearly it's assisted. You saw that thing just spring out. Model is 1335 WM. Have fun trying to find details on it. An assisted flipper, nice and thin. And this Torx tool driver, multiple tips. Came in one package along with the Cinder. The reason I say this is because Walmart still has some of these left and they're really trying to get rid of them. They're charging $15.05 US for this set. You can get this set plus an Ozark Trail multi-tool pack for an extra 86 cents or whatever it is. $15.91 gets you this set with that Ozark Trail multi-tool. So you're paying less than $1 for that multi-tool. It might only be worth less than $1. I don't know. It might be more economical just spending the $15.05 for this. Excellent, excellent price. Since we're talking about price, let's cover all the different prices. If you went to Kershaw directly and wanted to buy this, you would pay $10.99 at, if you're an American, and you would pay $15.49 Canadian if you went to the Canadian site. That's the best Canadian source price I can find. If you go to Amazon.ca, you're going to be paying $25 Canadian just for this. That's because they're charging like $7 shipping. It's just nuts. So the cheapest all Canadian way to get this is to go to Kershaw directly and get this. I'll provide a link. If you're in the US, Amazon.com will get you this for $7.99. So that's $8. You know, that's the prices for it. All right, so let's keep going on with the rest of these details. I think it's a really nice knife to carry on a keychain. I put my keychain on this hook so it's removable. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Just in case you haven't seen my keychain video, here's a really little nutshell thing. That's the main component of my keychain right there, that round circle with those holes in it. And, you know, I put these split rings on it and then these tiny carabiners. And what I do is I just snap my extra tools onto my keychain that way. And that way I've got all my stuff together and it's all available. And when I want it, I just take it off and it's totally free and available. Easy to get on and off my keychain. So that's why I have this split ring on here. So that's a great way to carry it. Non-scary, non-threatening. But the way this knife works is the best part about it. It's definitely a 3-finger carry. You put your index finger on this I call it a half and half choil because half of it's on the blade, half of it's on the handle. Your other 2 fingers behind here, and you could almost get your 4th finger if your hand's small enough. I've got a large size hand. And so my large size hand fits the 4 fingers, including that ring. And then my thumb rests right up here. And so then in my hand, that's how the knife looks. And very secure cutting, or I hold it this way in my hand. So my middle finger wraps around that choil, my index finger goes on that Warncliffe, and my thumb goes right on the pivot, and you've got an awful lot of control and dexterity for cutting. So you can cut this way. You know, you do your slicing, and you know, it's a knife that works really well for that kind of cutting. Here I've got some plastic wire. I'll switch to my left hand, and you can cut straight down if you want to, or you can do a slicing motion. This stuff's so flexible, it just wants to fold out of the way, but that works. You can slice with the blade. I haven't sharpened this knife at all since I got it, and I got it at Christmas time, and I carry it a lot, and I use it a fair bit too. But the blade is fairly sharp. There we go. It's easy to maintain this blade. It looks like I have to do a little bit of sharpening. I'll give you a close-up of that edge, and you'll see that I've not sharpened it yet. It's got the factory kind of look to it, and it's easy to maintain that knife. Especially since they put a sharpener's choil on there, it's easy to make it look good while you're using it. I like it an awful lot. It even cuts paracord. You know, it's a good knife for your secondary or tertiary EDC. And that's what I would suggest this as. It's not going to be my primary knife, but it's a knife that comes in handy on my keychain, or even as a pocket dropper. You know, drop it into the bottom of your pocket. Carries well, looks good. You can get a really good grip on it. All belly. It's a nice knife. No wonder Hinderer designed it. It's the least tactical knife that Hinderer has ever made. This is the non-scary knife by Hinderer. You've got a nice kind of pattern on that glass-filled nylon, which makes it easy to get a good grip on it. Easy to close the knife when you need to. One-handed open, one-handed close. It's not even an ounce, 0.9 ounces, 25 grams. Very, very easy to carry. Unfortunately, because it has a lock on it, there's some countries that aren't going to allow you to have it. which seems kind of silly to me for a blade that's just over an inch, not even 3 centimeters. It's, well, you have to deal with the laws that you have in your country, right? So here's the knife. I would suggest that you buy it as the kit from Walmart. Get a friend from the United States to pick it up for you and ship it to you. Or even use one of those services, look up online to find one of those services that you can, I'm talking to Canadians now, where you can order things and have them delivered to a U.S. site, either really close to the border, and they'll hold it for you until you go across the border to pick it up, or they'll repack it for you and send it on to you. So there's the knife, the Kershaw Cinder. Ever since I got this, this is my main EDC for my keychain. I like it an awful lot. It's not my main knife, but I probably carry this more often than any other particular knife because I rotate through my main knives, right? But this knife sticks around all the time, always available, and you can open up a brewski. If you like this video, please click on like. Please share with your friends. If you're not yet a subscriber, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe. Thank you so much for doing that. If you've got any questions or comments, that's my favorite section on YouTube. Leave them in the comment section below. Check the description section. Just above the top comment, there's that little line that says show more in all capital letters in gray. Click on that and you'll get into the description for all the different links for ways that you can buy this knife. If you use my links, I get a tiny commission, so it helps this channel to stay on the air. It's expensive. My camera broke. I have to get a new camera. I'm just using a different alternative right now that's not feasible to use all the time. So I need a new camera. I need a new, I need better lighting. There's expenses. And even though I do get some knives for free, most of them I have to buy a lot of the knives because you don't want me just to review one brand all the time. I'm pretty sure of that. So thank you so much for supporting the channel through buying from my links. That's very helpful. And for the couple of you who give monthly donations, thank you so very, very much. I've got one of you friends from Germany. You know who you are. It makes a world of difference what you do for me. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, always cut towards your chum and not your thumb.